What's going on, people? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Let's see. Anybody in the chat? Me. All right, let's just wait until some people get in here. I am at my in-laws' house in Florida. I have a bunch of boxes stacked with a laptop on top of it. I printed out my one meme. That's the best I could do for set dressing. And yeah, I thought I wanted to make this happen for you guys, even though God knows I should probably have taken a day off or a week off. But I can't stay away. You guys are making it too much fun to talk about Starfleet Academy. Anybody in the chat want to say whether they can see and hear me properly? Not seeing much action in the chat. Anybody alive in there? Oh, sounds good. Thank you. Looks good. I appreciate that as well. Got my 15-year Macallan. That's about the best I can do. Like I said, I went ahead and printed out one singular meme on my mother-in-law's fully colored printer. I probably wasted a tremendous amount of ink. I mean, it printed in like 1080p, so pretty happy about that. Yeah, my infant woke up at 5 a.m. this morning. I took him from 5 to 6, and then I watched Starfleet Academy in the dark on my mother-in-law's computer from 6 to 7. Yeah, wow, what the fuck? So did you guys see the episode yet, or are you relying fully on me? I'm gonna give you the breakdown, kind of like I would in the video. I don't have memes prepared. I'm saving them for the next video, but I will hopefully provide the same insightful commentary you guys are used to after 6 weeks of this complete shit show. While we let a couple more people come in, if you guys want to AMA, introduce yourselves, tell me if this is like a new channel that you've been cruising on. Obviously, there's been a big uptick in everything. So I just wanted to really do a live to say hi to everybody and get on the same level as you guys. And by that, I mean, get stoned and drunk and talk about Star Trek. That's the plan for tonight. So yeah, smoke them if you got them. My name is Dan. I am the sole person behind the movie Blues. Kind of seems like there should be more people part of it. I'm like Screen Crush if it was just one fucking based ass dude instead of like 7 nerds and a fucking dog that probably gets zapped. Let's see what people are saying. Made it 10 minutes in the first episode, and then I found your channel. Right. Like, I want to be totally clear that, like, had I not been doing this project, I would have dipped out on this show like in 20 minutes, would have been absolutely done. Discovery, I dipped out on, I think, with about a season or 2 left. Just because, I mean, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. It was making me sick every week. So I did away with Star Trek a long time ago. I was in between projects on my channel. I thought, let's just do a Starfleet Academy review. And here I am 6 weeks later with several thousand new subs. And I just really appreciate all of you guys for being here, for checking out my content. I'm, after this, going to kind of modulate back and forth between what was the usual content on my channel and then this kind of stuff. These kinds of breakdowns were like already 50% of my channel. So now I'm obviously going to lean into it. I'm hopefully going to do Rings of Power season 3, which I've never talked about on my channel. Got to be my least favorite thing like on the planet besides Alien Earth. Obviously, we'll be covering Alien Earth season 2 when that comes to fruition. And other than that, I have considered that maybe my next move should be after Starfleet Academy just to hit Section 31. I feel like people could use my take on Section 31, which is a movie that I've not seen. I assume it's terrible, and I've mentioned it in the videos as like, that movie is terrible. Rarely do I just assume that something is that bad, and then I never actually see it and talk about it as if it's bad. I always give everything a fair shake. It seemed like a fair bet to me to assume that Starfleet Academy was the worst thing ever. So, I mean, I'm sorry, Section 31 was the worst thing ever. I've heard a lot of people that said that this is worse than that. What do you guys think? Has anyone seen Section 31? Do you want me to cover Section 31? Is it worse than this? It's hard to imagine that could be possible. But I think with Alex Kurtzman, I've learned that there's truly never a bottom floor. So it keeps getting worse. Let's see. This lady is not the same. Section 31 was awful. Even woke people hated it. How could Michelle Yeoh put herself through that? I mean, I don't know. She's one of those people that like won Oscar, and then I think everything else she's ever going to make is going to be just god awful. She can't speak English or act, and she's dire old at this point. So I'm curious, like what Section 31 is going to be like. Jack Doobie, why haven't you seen it? Because I don't want to give myself brain aids. I already at that point was like, I'm done with Strange New Worlds. I'm done with anything that says Alex Kurtzman's name on it. It was just by pure luck that I did Starfleet Academy. I mean, God bless this show. It's going to be intrinsically linked to me for the rest of my life, which is really fucking hilarious. But I just randomly was like, this looks like maybe the worst thing ever, so I should check it out. And glad I did, and I'm glad I've met all of you cool people. Yes, cheers. Thank you for being here. And we're going to start with my breakdown of Starfleet Academy Episode 7. It's that 15 year my father-in-law's got stashed. We got here. Don't torture yourself with Section 31. Okay. A lot of people keep saying, like, don't torture yourself with any more Starfleet Academy. So I'm kind of trying to figure out, like, where to draw the line between, I can take it. If you haven't noticed at this point, I love garbage and I thrive off of it. Right now, I'm wearing a Varang Avatar 3 shirt. I just love, ironically, loving terrible shit. Something you would know about me personally, if you either spent more time on the channel or knew me in real life. I enjoy watching bad movies just as much as I watch, really good movies. They give me this sick, tormented pleasure that I can't find anywhere else. So, Section 31, I think I'm going to have to do. So we'll see. Before we get started on this episode, I also want to say that it's been a bit of a battle recently doing this, because my last episode, first they pulled it down. They flagged it for nudity at 9 minutes, and I skipped to the 9-minute point, and it was a picture of Gul Dukat's head. And I honestly think his ridges and his little butthole on his head triggered YouTube censorship system. So I had to re-edit that video and put it up. I censored that, and I also censored a picture of Alex Kurtzman in the Amazon position, which I think was probably what actually triggered it. Not positive. I think that was the deal. So I censored both. So if you watch my last video, they show Gul Dukat during the segment that I did with I'm Grumpy, and I had to censor his head. And like somebody said in the comments, like, oh, that's funny that you censored his head. I'm like, I actually had to do that. And then the other problem is that on my way down to Florida, they copyright claimed my last episode and demonetized it. I am now launching a complaint for fair use against them, which should be disputed in the next 30 days. And it is currently under escrow. So I no longer make money from the last video in the series until I am proven guilty or innocent. And then if I am, they give me my money back and they send me on my way. If I am caught though, and they dig in, they could take me to court, which would be, like I said to my wife, after everything they've done for my YouTube channel, I would be down if I got a little bit sued by Paramount. I could probably handle the heat. So yeah. All right. So with those trials and tribulations on the table, I'm going to take one more sip of scotch here. And we're going to talk about Starfleet Academy Episode 7, which came out at midnight last night, as per usual. As per usual, it's a full hour long, which is one of the most unnecessary runtimes in TV history. These episodes are only a half an hour of content. I have no idea why anyone would think that an hour per episode was appropriate, but here we are. Now, that being said, this episode I was very worried about. I was very worried about it being like kind of the way it's gone so far is they do like a serious episode and then they do like total clown show, like retardville. It's usually like a spectrum, right? With Starfleet Academy. It's either like gay and boring at its worst on one side, or like consequential and super retarded on the other. And this week was thankfully gay and boring. It was the gayest episode yet, like literally, not like the way you would call someone gay in middle school. I mean, literally, it was gay. It liked other episodes of the same gender. And it was boring. And it is actually amazing to me how this show is an hour long. And during the boring episodes, it's not boring like you're checking your watch. It's boring like they only give you a premise, and everything that follows after that is just kind of like filler. And then at the end of every episode, I've noticed you get the grand lesson, to the character at large, kind of the head of the episode gets some sort of moral lesson, and it's like a Kurtzman moral lesson. So it's like disobey your parents, be a bad person. Like the Gaywarf episode, the message was like his parents abandoned him and they were doing him a favor instead of not killing him. It was ridiculous. So like, this episode was in the category of like bad, boring, super gay, and exhausting. And then the lesson learned at the end was like all the wrong messaging and was bizarre. So yeah, this was one that I actually am happy I did as a stream. I was very worried that it was going to be so retarded that I would have missed out on making a really killer video. Truth be told, I really think this was not worthy of a video. This one was like very content light. So that's blessed. I'm down with that because when I come back strong next week and make an actual video, it'll be on an episode that maybe deserves the ire a little more. This one was just like, it was nothing. It felt like nothing, but they still managed to do some truly, truly fucked up shit in this one. So let's get started with our story of the week here. Starfleet Academy Season 7 begins with a title card that says Spring Semester. Odd. We've skipped over midterms. We've skipped the winter because the 3 episodes ago it said fall semester. We never got a title card that said like winter time, or I don't even know if they would do that. Not that there's like a winter semester per se, but it just felt like a amorphous blob from one to the other. They never showed like any seasonal change. There's nothing different about this than any other episode. It was really hard to tell how much time had passed since the end of the last one. So the end of the last one, I guess, was 4 weeks prior to this one. Again, Tarima was in a coma, and everything was left kind of up in the air at the end of the last episode. And it's amazing. This episode just like didn't give a fuck about any of that. There was no like leftover tension in release. It was just like, okay, we're moving on. So this episode's kind of premise, it's about All Worlds Day. It seems to be a holiday where all the kids get to go home and visit their respective planets. And it seems like a very consistent holiday everybody's super aware of. All Worlds Day. Oh, happy All Worlds Day. They're sending everybody through teleporters that I guess are bringing them to their planets. It's not really fully explained. They're all just kind of like walking into a portal and going home. I don't know. And the stupid thing about All Worlds Day is it seems like it's a very big, consistent holiday. I don't know if it was actually in the other Star Trek series. You'd have to let me know about that. But All Worlds Day doesn't make any fucking sense because dilithium was just reintroduced to this universe. It doesn't make sense that there's so many different aliens in Starfleet, but it makes less sense that they would be going home to their home planets when almost 100% of them, because of the burn, live and were raised on Earth. So I found that to be a puzzling plot hole to kind of kick things off. I was pretty confused by that. It was like, everybody's, see you later, All Worlds Day. Oh, have fun on your planet. What planet? You are all from Earth, right? I mean, we're like mostly all of them have to be. Anyway, that was a bit puzzling. They were sending people to like New Jersey and Mumbai, and it was bizarre. I don't want to get too hung up on that. It was ridiculous. And like I said, Tarima is still in her coma caused by her Wakanda-like pussy powers that sent her and Caleb into the sex dimension. She's still struggling with like the mental fallout from that, I guess. She's not in the episode. What's amazing about this episode is that it's pitched as like, here is the one where you're going to find out the backstory of all these different characters because they're all going home. Well, it turns out Caleb doesn't go home. Alien Eyebrows Girl does not go home. We don't see where almost any other character goes except for Fishdick and Gaywarf. And Gaywarf is homeless, so he doesn't go home. We're going to get to where he was trying to go in a minute. Insane. Guys, insane. But for now, everyone's going to All Worlds Day. Holotard is still glitching from being shot, which is surely something that after several months should have been fixed, right? So she's a hologram, and we're 1,000 years in the future. There's a planet of holograms. She's still glitching out, has like serious health and mental problems, had time to get like a Queen Amidala style multi-braided like weave done. That's fine. But the rest of her systems are struggling. And so she, needs to fuck off to, to Denver, Colorado, to the Hologram Regeneration Spa. They talk about how there's a spa in Denver for holograms. Cheers. Let's see what some people are saying here. Like Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I felt like it was more like The Holdovers for a variety of reasons. Paul Giamatti related and beyond. But yeah, I'm with you on that. Trying to make sense of the Kurtzman Trek is a rookie mistake. Totally agree with that. Absolutely. Carrie, finally caught a live stream. Let's go. I don't know if you know anything about Starfleet Academy. This might not be the best one for you, but what's up, soldier? Good to see you in here. All right. Yeah, she got a very complicated new hairdo. She's going to a hologram regeneration spa. I really don't. I don't know what to say about that. I think it's just like it writes itself at this point. Why didn't she go there immediately after her injury? Why has she been walking around school for 4 weeks glitching? I mean, she's literally popping in and out of existence. Now, you would think that the doctor would know easily how to fix this problem. He's been around for 800 years. I'm sure he's glitched and had all sorts of problems. No, she needs to go to a spa. My biggest regret, like I was saying before, is we don't follow her to the spa. Like, I would have loved if the episode was about Holotard going to a spa in Colorado. That would have done it way more for me, but it didn't happen. So we move on to Eyebrows, who I thought we were going to get some real character development from this episode. I guess you could say that sort of we did, but she never went home. And the whole season they've been like, her father's an admiral, her father. No. Also, she, I believe, is a new race for Star Trek aliens. Another rich opportunity to do some exploring, some world building. No, absolutely not. She decides to stay back after Granny's peach tea tells her that she's on the captain's track. Now, this was another thing that I was a little confused about. Granny's peach tea comes to her and is like, we're going to make you a captain. We're putting you in line for captainship. Are we really putting freshmen who are not even halfway through the year on the track to become captains? Does that make sense? I felt like becoming a captain is, like how it works in the military or Navy, where I guess if you're put on a track, and I'm very far from knowing anything about the military or Navy, correct me if I'm wrong, but them just saying like, yeah, you're going to become a captain, you're on the captain's track. What? I felt like, Kirk, other people who've been through Starfleet who did become captains, they weren't on any kind of track, had to work their way up. It was never clear from the get-go, like this person's going to be a captain. Felt very stupid. I didn't really like that. Dragonwise says, Colorado, the only state to legalize hologram spa. Probably. That's where it's going to start for sure. There'll be like an AI spa in Denver. You can get dosed at Red Rocks and then get your glitches fixed at a legal spa for holograms. It's dumb. It's dumb to say out loud. It's dumb to think about. So we're talking about Starfleet Academy. That's it. It's all perfect. Gaywarf. Now, this is like, I could have made the whole video on this, right? If I had made a video on this episode, the amount of time I would spend on this would be astronomical. Everyone's talking about where they're going for break, which planet, which place. Now, obviously, Gaywarf is homeless. We know that about him. His parents abandoned him, which was a good thing, according to Jem'Hadar Oprah. And how do I even say this? It's truly unbelievable. But Gaywarf is going to Ibiza with his boyfriend. Kurtzman, baby. That's the Kurtzman shine he's putting on us here. The Klingon, who's pretty much, tantamount to the Predator in terms of personality and whatnot. Like, people freaked out about Predator Badlands because Deck had like a puppy and a blonde girl with a fat ass. Well, what if he was gay and a bird watcher and homeless and suffered panic attacks, and now he's going to Ibiza with his boyfriend, which they are now, I guess, official. Because they are official, the actor who plays Gay Den did a live stream congratulating himself for breaking the walls of the LGBT thought prison or whatever. And he's very proud of himself. He said George Takei sent him a very impassioned email after he stalked him at a play. And that's the sign you've made it. And so, yeah, Gaywarf is going to go rave in Ibiza with his boyfriend for break. Just working through that emotionally. Next up, Granny's PhD has a hilarious chat with Caleb about why she refuses to find his mom. This is another insane plot point. She's done nothing to find this kid's mom, and he's very mad about it. And all the reasoning she's giving is just like really half-assed. I mean, the amount of shit she's been doing that isn't that is astronomical. We've gotten through like a year of school, and then like she is basically gaslighting Caleb to say like, oh, we're working on it. Don't be impatient. How hard is it to find She-Hulk? Honestly. And Caleb's like, you should talk to Noose Braca. He was standing in your fucking living room. You couldn't have asked him where the mom was. And she was like, oh, you know what? We shouldn't trust Noose Braca. Like, why would we ever trust Noose Braca? Bitch, you trusted him 4 weeks ago and almost got every single person killed. Maybe you should have thought about that then. I don't know. We knew that Noose Braca was an awful, awful guy. But she just drew him straight in and destroyed everyone over it. Yeah, I mean, Sheldon from Big Bang Theory died. She really caused all of that with her dumbass fucking plan with the guy from The Mummy. And yeah, it was tough to now hear her saying, oh, you should never trust Noose Braca. No shit, Granny's peach tea. No shit. So yeah, that was an insane conversation, of course, in a long line of insane conversations. So yeah, Caleb doesn't want to go to his host family. I guess she's trying to get him to go to a host family. So he's going to stay behind, again, like the leftovers, but like retarded. And he makes his decision. No host family. He's going to stay behind. Meanwhile, Fish Dick is like walking down the hallway, and a Doctor Strange portal opens up. Like straight up, like a mystic fire portal opens up. People come running in, human people come running in, kidnap him, pull him away, dragging, kicking, and screaming through a Doctor Strange portal. And Gaywarf is grabbing his Hawaiian shirt. I'm not even fucking kidding. And he's holding it in his hands when he sees Fish Dick get sucked through the wormhole, and he chases him and jumps in after him to save him. So both Fish Dick and Gaywarf disappear into this portal that Fish Dick was being kidnapped and dragged through. Gaywarf arrives in what is labeled on screen as the Kyonian realm. Are we doing realms in Star Trek? System? Planets? What? Realm? When have we ever done realm? I don't think we've ever done realm. That's like a Knights of the Old fucking Round Table term. That's not Star Trek. Who did this? So they, Fish Dick and Gaywarf, arrive through their portal. Gaywarf unfortunately dropped his Hawaiian shirt, which was very upsetting, I'm sure, for him. And they seem to be stuck on the moon of Kyonia. And so then after that, we're cutting back to Eyebrows. She wakes Caleb up, who's tanning himself in the middle of the atrium now that everybody has left for the break. He's got cucumbers in his eyes and his rippling muscles out. It's quite a scene just in general, not in a good way. And Eyebrows asks him why he's soaking wet. And he responds with one of the weirdest comments again, like, every episode, I feel like I've pointed out, like, this is one of the weirdest lines of dialogue ever. Maybe at the end of the season, I'll take all of the ones that were insane and put them all together. But I was really confused about this line. So Caleb again is sunning himself in the atrium. He's soaking wet. She says, "Why are you wet?" And he angrily looks at her and says, "Because we have an aquarium." Huh? Because what? And he's not kidding. Like, he did go for a swim in the aquarium. Why? Who wrote like they really write the show on a napkin in like the back of a moving fucking train. Like a bullet train. Like everyone, all the writers have guns to their heads. I mean, it's just, what the fuck line is that? I was swimming why? There's for sure a pool on the Athena, or many. There's a holodeck. There has to be. You can literally go on the holodeck and swim in the Indian Ocean under a pale moonlight. What are you swimming in an aquarium for? Did all the fish die? Why, man? What's wrong with you? I felt like just crying when I was watching that scene. I don't know. For the whales. Yeah, that's could be it. He misses Betazoid B cup, so he's swimming with her favorite whales. That's, yeah. I think you nailed it. So they make it clear, even though we already knew this about her, that Eyebrows has like raging daddy issues. And that's why she's staying back. You can tell that after she was told that she's going to become a captain, something rubbed her the wrong way. So she decided not to go back to her home planet. So again, we lose the opportunity to world build. We lose not that I give a fuck what any of these things are. I'm just saying from an objective standpoint, like, if you haven't totally given up on the show and you're trying to analyze it from a writing perspective, it's mental. Like, you have the episode where everybody goes on shore leave. Show it. You did it for one character, the Kyonian. That's it. The rest, there's nothing. There's like 8 characters. Nothing happens. No spa. The fuck? Anyway, Gaywarf and Fishdick are on the Kyonian moon, which is called the Kyonian marital moon because it is a moon solely designated for Kyonians to get married in. Why not? Why not? It looks like the Grand Canyon for some reason, even though the Kyonians are fish people. I don't know. Fishdick tells Gaywarf that they were kidnapped as part of a ritual for his marriage that he has been dreading and trying to put off. Fishdick is betrothed to the future queen of Kyonia. Didn't know that. But it's also like not like, great, that's good world building. No, that's like doesn't really line up. I mean, he's like supposed to be king of Kyonia. Why is he in Starfleet Command? It doesn't make sense. Fishdick is here for his sealing ceremony, they call it, which I guess is the like gay fish like marriage rites. What really bothers me and what I was not able to give up, this is like another moment where like this is what the whole video would be about, is that the people that kidnap, all right, reminder, Fishdick looks like a gay British man, sure, and acts like a gay British man, but he's actually a fish. He's a big blue scaly person. Kyonians are fish people. They look like big blue scaly boys. But he puts on a costume, a disguise as a normal human being while he's at school, which I've pointed out before. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why an alien from a faraway land would want to look like a human being. Infinite diversity and infinite combinations, but everybody wants to act and look like a human being in the show. Clueless as to why that is. It's really just not good writing. It's just bad sci-fi writing. So not only that, the people who kidnap him, everyone at the wedding ceremony, his betrothed, they all look like human beings. All of them. You never once in the episode about Kyonia, not one time, do they show a Kyonian in their original form. So, without any dialogue to explain this, what am I supposed to assume? That everyone on Kyonia, even when they're amongst their own people who are very proud people, why do they all want to look like human beings? There's no sense behind it. Okay, Review Bomb, you did show up. So you're saying the show is really good and we should all watch it. $4.99 from Review Bomb. Again, this is the second donation I've ever had in my entire life on a stream. The first was from him, $2.99. He's upped it to $5. This man has his own YouTube channel you should go check out. Great reviews, interesting, insightful stuff, great editing. I always tell people, go check out this guy's channel, and also outbid him because it's embarrassing at this point. Everyone on Kyonia looks like a human being. No explanation. Why? No clue. Well, even in their own home turf, during their own wedding, they don't look like fish people. So, like, you have to think from, for example, from a biological perspective. If there's a planet of fish people, right, that live on a planet far, far away, their sexual and mental intuitions about what they're attracted to is based on their physiology. So they are attracted to fucking other fish, right? They have to be. It has to be engraved in their subconscious. Why would an entire civilization then be mimicking the aesthetics of another civilization? Beyond that, we run into the same problems with Holotard. Half of, not even 1 or 2 or whatever, half or more of the Kyonians are mixed race, African American. Now, again, not a problem to have mixed race peoples in your show, African American people in your show. Like, literally, again, you have to learn to separate where the problem starts with these kinds of things. And that's when they're done without explanation. They're done without care. They're done as a sole self-insert. And that's what this is. I mean, you have a planet of Black humans who are disguising themselves from their real appearance as fish without other. Now, it would be one thing if it was like half the population of Kyonia are humans. So they have like a big, and they could have added some world building like this. Oh, there was a colony on Kyonia of human beings. And ever since then, the Kyonians, maybe these people got stuck there pre-burn. The Kyonians, I don't want to do their work for them, but the Kyonians look to them as like, wow, these aliens are beautiful and they go blah, 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 and we should look like them. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Like, there are things in the show that are badly written, badly drawn out. This is like just in the category of it does not make sense. Who said that this was a sensible idea? Like the Acolyte, the fat Jedi in the Acolyte. That's not great. A lot of the extras in the Acolyte, the snivelly guy who was like Leslie Headland's wife's assistant, that would never be a Jedi. But this is way beyond that, right? I can believe that there's a fat Jedi. I don't like it. It doesn't work for me. But if the question is a fat Jedi or a gay birdwatching Klingon, a fat Jedi and an entire planet of fish dicks that make themselves look like human dicks, it's crazy, guys. That's like that's crazy. Like, these shows need somebody who's read a fucking science fiction book or somebody with like a logical functioning brain to just catch it like this. Like, what are we doing? If we're doing this, we need Black. Can we be all